So I have some kumquats here. They're like mini oranges, and today we're going to be germinating these guys from seeds. Now inside the kumquat, when you cut it open, there can be anything from 0 to 5 seeds. I think we're unlucky with this one, the very first one we've done. Sometimes you have to hunt for them. Yeah, that one's empty. Let's try this big one. And you have to be really careful you don't cut the seed in half. There's one here. Here we go. And that's what a kumquat seed looks like. Make sure I've got it that for you. Now, I've got loads of them here. I tend to do quite a lot at once. And there's a very specific way to germinate these seeds. Oh, I can see another seed in there. I'm just going to grab that out. Because we actually sell quite a lot of these. And we always use fresh seed. So we've got another video detailing how to do this part elsewhere on the channel, but I'm going to show you on here as well. You want to dry the seed off and then peel off this white part, which reveals underneath a bright green seed, and that's what we need to do to germinate this seed. All the time that piece is on, that white material, the seed's not going to germinate. So we take the seed off, the coating off, sorry. Like that, and underneath is our seed. Now, still a bit brown, but there we go, that's our seed. So what we do next is we soak these in water for 24 hours, and then we can begin the germination process. Now I did have some around sitting in a pot that I'd harvested earlier, but I can't find them. I'll show you later. There's quite a few of them. So we're going to soak these seeds, and then we're going to put them on some wet kitchen towel inside a Ziploc bag, and we'll germinate them. So just a little pot of water, soak them for 24 hours, and then we're going to use our usual method to germinate these guys. I've got a bag of kumquats here. I'll let you know how many I get out of that bag. Can't remember the exact count. I think there's about 24, and then we'll be back tomorrow. So I realised I didn't show you this bit. Now we ordered 24 kumquats, and we got 29, and out of that, this is the seeds we got, which is a really bad crop, to be fair. Normally you get roughly about just under 1 seed per kumquat, but it's later in the season, and I have noticed that the seeds are bigger, so that might be making a difference here. Now these are the quality seeds over here. Over here are seeds that haven't germinated properly, grown properly, and they're like half seeds. Now it's always worth checking them because you can still get a viable kernel in some of them, so it's worth taking off the coating and seeing what's in the middle. Usually there's nothing there. Like in this one, there's nothing there. I can feel there's nothing there. But sometimes you do get a seed in there, so it is worth checking. But at the moment, we've got 2 that I've already peeled, and 2, 4, 6, 8. So we've got 10 seeds in total from that crop. Now that crop costs me about £8, and from that we'll get about £25 probably, because kumquat plants are quite popular over here. So it's, even though it wasn't a good crop, it still did really well. So now we've got to germinate these seeds to make it worth us buying in that fruit. So our seeds have been soaking nicely. I've got a bit of kitchen towel. We just want to make it a little bit wet, and then we're going to place our seeds onto the kitchen towel. Apologies, my dog is being naughty and barking in the background. Then we fold the kitchen towel up on itself, and we put it into a Ziploc bag to maintain the humidity. Now it's worth checking these every couple of days and you will see results. I have some that are already in, so I'm going to show you those. These have been in probably about 2 weeks, and this is what they look like. The paper's all horrible, but you can see they've got some lovely roots, and this piece here that comes up, this is the plant. So this one here needs planting. This one's going to come up any day. That one, I haven't taken the coating off properly. If you don't get the coating off the part where the seed comes out, they just won't germinate. So let's get that off. You need the root end to be clear. There we go. It has split, but it'll still come up, I think. We'll come back to that one and check. So that's what at the point we're going to plant them. This one here needs planting, and I'm going to plant him into the pot where I've got some older ones for you to see. I'm not going to carry this video on too long because we have a lot of other videos to do, but I'm going to show you the results after about 2 weeks in the pot. Now I'm hoping you can see this. These guys have just got leaves, and they've been in there about 2 weeks. It takes them a little while to get started. Now they're in this pot. It's got a little dome here that sits on the top, and they really seem to like that. It's keeping them humid. But you can do it in a pot and put the pot into the Ziploc bag, no problem. So we're just going to make a little hole for this guy. He desperately needs to be planted. Pop him in. Make sure the green part is sticking upwards, and the green big part of the seed is exposed, because that's kind of what's feeding them until they're ready to have enough roots to sustain themselves. Just want to make sure he's not directed right into the pot there. It's a bit fiddly. And that's essentially how we germinate our kumquats here. They do need some protection and looking after when you first do them. You can put them outside. They need to be quite big though, so they don't get the whole heads eaten off by insects before they're too big to handle the outside. But they can't tolerate the cold, so they need to come in the winter if you live in the UK or a colder area. And that's how to germinate kumquats.